Good day everyone, I am Espinosa. In this video presentation, I will be discussing our research title, background of the study, research questions / statement of the problem, and also our research outlines. So we break down our research title and we define the word development and the importance of historical development. Development is a process of structural societal change. Thomas 2004 refers to this meaning of development as a process of historical change. Development encompasses change in a society in a variety of aspects of the human condition. The key characteristics of this perspective are that it is focused on processes of structural societal change. It is historical and it has a long-term outlook. This means that a major societal shift in one dimension, in this case, from a rural or agriculture-based society to an urban or industrial-based society, would also have radical implications in another dimension, such as societal structure changes in the respective positions of classes and groups within the relations of production. This means that development involves changes to socio-economic structures, including ownership, the organization of production, technology, the institutional structure, and laws. As mentioned by Stearns in his article, anytime we try to know why something happened, we have to look for the factors that took shape earlier. Sometimes fairly recent history will suffice to explain a major development, but often we need to look further back to identify the causes of change. As the title suggests, this research paper reports the thorough study of the historical development of Barangay Bonbonon. Specifically, it focuses on the three aspects that lead the barangay on where and what it is today: the socio-cultural, political, and economic development of the barangay. Development in the area of socio-cultural, political, and economic aspects will be investigated to better understand these changes. Important things to also mention in this paper was the first settlers of the barangay Bonbonon, as they were important in contributing development to the current state of the barangay. And research questions and statement of the problem. The study aims to investigate the historical development of Barangay Bonbonon in Iligan City. This includes a brief historical background of the said barangay, and it aims to answer the prepared research questions. It will provide the major changes in Barangay Bonbonon and how this influenced the barangay development, the historical development of the barangay. This study hopes to answer the research questions. Number 1. What is the origin of the place named Bonbonon? 2. Who were the first settlers in the place and what are their contributions to the development of Bonbonon? Number 3. What are the significant political, economic, and socio-cultural developments in the place? Number 4. How did these developments positively or negatively influence the community? And also our research outline. The factors that contributed to the development of Barangay Bonbonon throughout the years. So, letter A, historical background of Barangay Bonbonon. Under this is number 1, the origin of the name Bonbonon. Number 2, the inhabitants of the said barangay. Letter B, the major changes in Barangay Bonbonon in terms of number 3, economic. Number 4, socio-cultural. Number 5, political. And letter C, barangay officials who regulate the barangay. Number 6 is personalities of the barangay officials. Number 7, how did they regulate the barangay? 8, what are the policies they implemented to the contribution of the changes and development? And number 9, how did the changes affect the residents of the barangay Bonbonon? Letter D, other factors. Under this are practice events in Barangay Bonbonon. 11, tourist spots, destination in Barangay Bonbonon. Number 12, foundation of school in Barangay Bonbonon. And Letter E, conclusion. And the conclusion is the results and recommendations. So, to further discuss the other part of our research proposal, here is my research partner, Edwin Cabalida Jr.
So good day everyone. So today I will be presenting to you the methodology. So this part discusses the methods that have been used in the collection and analysis of data to answer the research question of the study. This includes the research design, data collection process, and data analysis. In research design, according to Wolleman and Kroger 1999, research design is the plan according to which we obtain research participants or subjects and collect information from them. In it, we describe what we are going to do with the participants with a view of to reaching conclusion about the research problem, research hypothesis, or research questions. So in research design, um, it is it is the plan according to which we obtain research participants. So we are going to collect information from the respondents or the participants so that we can um, reaching the conclusion about the research problem. So now, in data collection, the conduction of the investigation includes the use of surveys with lists of questions ready for the respondents. So data was collected using face-to-face individual interview schedules. According to Ferreira et al., interviewing is the most important data collection instrument. Yes, it's very important. Mas important jud basta face-to-face individual interview gid siya para jud makita nimo kung unsa jud ilang matubag, unsa jud ilang emotion, facial expression sa pagtubag sa questions. Next is data analysis. So clear investigation can be a department of research which centers on the summarization and outline of data that was collected from the survey. So here, clearly it is to investigate the data that has been collected. Next is review of related literature. In our literature review, we have found a good representative literature that we think it is relevant or related to our study. This focuses on political, economic, and socio-cultural development in general. By studying the related literature, we can understand more the concept of historical development and its related study. We are so grateful for the authors of the literature and studies that we use in this paper. So these are the review related literature. So discussing development. So the word development, although regularly used, does not have a clear and simple definition. Many academics have different ideas on what it does and does not mean. So this would be the view taken by the World Bank in 2013 to encourage economic reforms to lead development in developing countries. So in discussing development, in our study, um, it is actually significant to discussing the development because diri may wala nato kung unsa gyud ang ang development sa atong sa barangay Bonbonon here in Iligan City. So another way the development that has been viewed is in terms of freedoms as outlined by Amartya Sen 1999. He suggests that political freedom of opportunity and freedom in accessing credit are just few of the freedom that can lead to the development. So now, in historical development, economic students in Ingerman and Sokolov 1997 examines the importance of factors endowment and colonial rule for the subsequent economic development of colonies within the Americas. So in our study, the historical development is on historical development sa among study na historical development of Barangay Bonbonon and here in Iligan City. Amo siya siyang tan-awon kung unsa gyud ang iyahang nahatag sa kabarangay unsay nahatag sa historical development sa amo ang barangay, and what is the significance of it, and what is the contribution na nahatag the said barangay, which is the barangay Bonbonon here in Iligan City. So how deep are the roots of economic development? So a number of prominent economists, including Merdell 1968, Comart 1976, and Sachs and co-authors argue that geo factors have direct contemporaneous effects on productivity and development. So culture and historical process. So in our study, historical events can have long-term impacts that continue to be felt today, according to Noah 2009. Increasingly, attention has turned to better understanding the specific mechanism underlying historical persistence. So, in our study, of course, we have to understand on the culture and the historical process on it. Kung giunsa nila pag-handle, kung giunsa nila pagkuha sa evidence on process sa historical on culture development of this study. So overall, mounting evidence suggests that history can play an important role in shaping culture and its evolution. Given the importance of culture in individual decision making, this suggests that the real possibility that culture change and its persistence is an important channel through which historical persistence operates. So overall, ang among study is actually focuses on the of historical development, and of course there are three aspects yun mo gitong economic, socio-cultural, and political aspect. Ang mao na ang focus sa among study. So thank you.